Now do you remember?
Yes, Evelyn. I remember.
Can we be a family like before?
No, Evie. We can't be a family. We were never a family. We will never be a family.
Then I don't need you anymore.
Frankly, I don't see what's so funny.
Good job, Mia. Antagonize the child that creates barf monsters.
What a little bitch.
I'm so glad the game has finally let me save.
I thought you were about to say, I'm so glad the game has finally killed C. Jacobs.
Oh no.
You know what? I wouldn't have blamed you if that was what you had said. But yeah.
No, I was just really desperate to save my game.
But yeah, we mentioned in the last video, right, that there were no save points in the Mia section. It's actually kind of important that that save point doesn't work before the VHS tape too, because yeah, you have to fucking fight Jack again if you quit your game. If you don't continue your checkpoint, if you lose progress, you have to go back so far.
Just let us use the save point before watching the VHS.
You know
Please.
what? That is how they're making the child into a dangerous enemy. It's by not letting you save.
Anyway, there's that laptop. It's probably out of commission, and Ethan probably never got the stay away video message.
No, so we didn't really have time to touch on this because the video ended, because it's like right before the end of the section, but what ChaosArgate said is actually a little bit more pertinent. At the end of the video, he said that the video at the start is Mia recording that message, not Ethan watching the message. And that's important because that creepy, weirdly worded email seems to be all Ethan got to come find Mia. He didn't get the video that said, stay away, don't come find me. So this whole time, we've kind of been shitting on Ethan for not listening to Mia's instruction to stay away, but we can now reveal that he never actually got the instruction to stay away. The only instruction he got was, come find me, I'm hanging out here at the Baker farm.
Yeah, just 3 years ago, she suddenly stopped responding to him, and she was just presumed missing, and suddenly it's just, hey, I'm here in Dulvey, Louisiana, come find me.
Yeah, she turned into a bit of a wet blanket for a while. Looking like a drowned rat. It's okay, Alan was the rat. He's gone now. What?
Maybe it still works. Ethan. I hope I make it in time. Okay. Bottom level.
Liar!
Stop it, Evelyn! Fucking hallucinations. Where is she?
The kid is so powerful, she can phase through solid objects to scare you. Ethan is so annoyingly handsome for someone who's top of the face we haven't seen. Show me his eyes. What color are his eyes? I need to know.
They're black voids.
Mia knows. Mia knows. Okay, we have the internal knowledge. Also, that dude's getting chucked out the window. I love the corpses in this section. They make it so much more bearable to explore. Mia knows what Ethan's face looks like. And now that we're playing as her, like, that knowledge is in our head for a while. It's nice to know, whatever it is. What's in the captain's cabin?
There's a lug wrench, there's a map.
A rug wrench?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a locker here with the machine pistol. Can't open it though, because, locked.
It's an old friend. I mean, we dropped it when we got thrown out the window into the fucking sea.
I just want to know who locked it up over here.
Maybe the captain. Maybe the captain came and picked it up and he was like, holy shit, a gun. And then he shot it a few times and he's like, this isn't very good. I'm gonna lock it up so no one else can have it.
I you know what? I would believe that.
Who stole my decorative prop BB gun?
It really does feel like that. It feels, for some reason, it feels worse than the pistol, despite what we said in the last video about it being a replacement for the pistol. Even if you cherry tap, even if you fire in short control bursts like you're supposed to with a machine gun, it sucks.
I don't know why. It just feels so wimpy.
It should have a beefier firing sound. That should be the only thing they change.
That would help. I don't know. I guess if like we're going back to like the machine or the pistols.
Well, that doesn't.
Being like.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're fine. If we're going back to the analogy of the pistols being like bee stings, I guess the machine gun is like mosquito bites.
Yeah, God, it's even worse, but it's just annoying more than painful. Like it just you hit the molded with it to distract them in a stealth game. That's your silenced weapon is the machine gun in this game. I'm glad that Mia also has that genetic trait Resident Evil characters have, where they don't take fall damage.
It's very handy.
Have they ever like even remotely addressed that? Like,
nope.
Did they even like? Have they ever had a character survive a really long fall and then be like, "Ooh, that was a really long fall I just survived"?
I don't think so. Although that seems more like something in Resident Evils 4 through 6. So
I guess
that's a question for you guys, I guess.
I guess the lamp shading would be a 4 thing. A 4 thing and then a 6 thing, but they do it bad.
Oh. Okay.
He's tunneling like a mole. Look out, he's in like 5 or 6 frames, he's gonna pop up below you and you have to dodge roll. Gotta hit Q and Z, or whatever insane thing the QTE buttons are in 4 and 5. F and V, that's what it is.
So what, is that the same knife that Mia had in the not destroyed ship?
It doesn't seem like it's rusted or anything. It must have been made out of like Damascus steel or something.
Seriously?
Honestly, the knife is stronger than the machine gun, considering the state it's in.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that the weapons that Mia had are still here. I mean, the boat did blow the fuck up, I guess, but it also did just kind of crash. It didn't really sink or anything. So,
right.
So there were probably still people alive on it for a while. And like, you know, what with being submerged in water, I don't think Mia needs her machine gun anymore. So it makes sense that the captain would abscond with it. There's probably a note or something that's like, I found a fucking sick-ass machine gun. Cool. And then that's it. But that's all you need.
The note just reads, Mia, you snooze, you lose, my machine gun now.
No, the note reads, Mia, come find me, machine gun.
Anyway, our current objective is to go restore power to that elevator.
It's you go first. The thing I said is stupid, so you go first.
Oh, I was gonna say, so we there's 2 places we gotta go hit. We gotta go hit the first floor to get the fuse, and then we gotta go get a cable on the 3rd floor. But I would advise holding off on the 3rd floor for a little bit, at least till you get, you know, maybe like 3 or 4 remote bombs.
Something fun about the remote bombs. If you open up those containers with the corrosives, they'll be open now. I don't think the stuff is in them if you take it. Like, whether you take it or not, I don't think the stuff is in them. But it's cool that they maintained parity with that. Where like,
yeah,
if you melt them in the past, of course they would still be melted. Attention to detail.
Yeah, it's just like opening that lockpick in the Sewer Gators videotape.
Yeah, but they didn't quite care about that one as much. Oh, someone threw a shit fit in here.
Yeah.
Who?
So, I don't know, but I guess because we're art connoisseurs, we're gonna correct the orientation of all these paintings.
So maybe Mia knows pattern recognition. she's a Resident Evil character, and she's apparently doing shady shit, it seems. Should we accost her for that? Because, like, now she really does have some explaining to do. The corrosives are melting my trust in Mia. But yeah, maybe she just picked up a hobby. Maybe, you know, she's a video game character. Learn video game character skills, like solving puzzles.
And dodging the molded, just that crawl out of the out from underneath tables.
I wonder what that guy was doing under there.
He's not gonna be doing much now, I can tell you that.
I wonder if their weak spot is literally their Achilles heel.
I can believe that.
I don't know if they would have one though, because like, they're just human shaped. They're not really human anymore, what with how they can turn into goop and become puddles on the ground.
I guess that's fair.
Well, Liquidy Poo, I guess, has the, like, you're basically the eponymous puddle on the ground. What say you?
I mean, I don't know. I've got a pretty cohesive shape.
You know,
Oddly enough.
You know, I talked to my doctor about that. He said I was eating enough fiber. That's what that's a sign of.
Oh, that
Like
one
that
didn't have
guy-
any arms.
Yeah, that guy's been pre-dismembered. Oh, yeah! Mia just stops and she's like... She's like, I remember that. Wait, you didn't need to do that. The other door was open, wasn't it? Oh, god damn it. There's a pile of video game in the way.
Yup.
There's too much video game in the way.
Far too much. And you know, it was, but however, it was nice of Mia to do some inventory management. Getting that antique coin into the box is going to help Ethan afford a new Magnum.
Although I think it's too late for to get that Magnum anyway, though.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's a little too late for Ethan. Well, I was saying, I don't know. He could have mold eyes. Well, we've been speculating on Ethan's face. What if after this, it doesn't matter his face? Because it's like, he's just going to have a layer of grime on him for the rest of the game.
You know, I think you're onto something there. Man, 16 years since Raccoon City.
Raccoon City survivors play it today. What? Okay.
I'm good. I just finished Remake the other night.
Oh. ChaosArgate, tell me a story about Raccoon City. I'm sure Raccoon City has a lot of stories.
Allow me to point you to an LP that all three of us have contributed to.
My extraction point. Well, what's Mia's extraction point also? How the fuck do you get out of this situation? Like, she hasn't seen,
don't
she hasn't really
know.
had time to consider that.
She's
There was
just she's just making it up.
You can't even
There's a Mr. Everywhere up here, but we'll have to come back for him when we have a gun.
take a flying leap. There was a Pokemon episode that was about something like this. They didn't have to fight Molded in that one, but they were on a boat that sunk, and the boat was just underwater. I don't remember how they got out of this situation, but I love to bring it up because what a weird thing to happen for a half-hour episode of a kid's show.
Oh yeah, that was like right after the SSN like hit a glacier or something.
Yes,
And
yeah, they were on the
sank.
SSN, right? Yeah,
Hey, look, a coin.
that doesn't happen in the games.
Nope. You don't even
wait.
get to sail on the SSN.
The only thing... Isn't this boat also called the SS Anne? It isn't. They showed the name of the boat. What's the name of this damn boat?
Don't actually know.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up the name of this.
Okay.
I'm looking it up right now. Because this section of the game... Can we finally talk about this section of the game being tedious as
Yeah.
hell? This section of the game is really tedious because it's very cramped and you just walk back and forth. It stinks.
Yep, because we got the cabin key on the second floor, now we have reason to come back up to the
Oh.
fourth floor.
Surprise.
Watch out for that liquor molded, and go into the captain's quarters to go get the damn machine gun.
That liquor molded must have been it must have been hanging out with Lucas because it had a grenade in its head.
And now that we have this, I feel more secure in going to go accomplish our goals.
Yeah, you know, I hope that the machine gun takes 2 shots to take out Mr. Everywhere's.
Boy, it's unfortunately close. It's the SS Annabelle.
Oh.
I hope that the Mr. Everywhere's just deflect bullets from the whatever this fucking thing is called.
Hi, buddy.
Captain's home.
You can just stay in there.
Hey, he
That's
goes
cool.
in there. He goes in there when the ship's docked to smoke his pipe. He's used to it. A little upset about you taking his property, though.
The captain does have to go down with the ship.
I would say that he already did, actually. He would make the first captain to do it twice, which is impressive. He didn't, I would say that the captain didn't quite land this boat in the Hudson, did he? Then again,
Nope.
that plane didn't explode. That plane didn't blow up, so that guy might have had an easier time than the captain of this boat. This boat also wasn't in the air. There are some differences.
All right. So let's head to the 3rd floor now and pick up the cable that we need. There's just a door here that is never used. Not even from the other side.
I did not notice that. They didn't even bother to bar it or lock it or anything, I guess. It's just a door you can't go in there, Mia. It's a door what you can't interact with.
It's really weird, and we'll see why in just a sec. I mean, I do kind of understand why, like, you can't use it for gameplay purposes.
Oh,
But in terms of game design, or, you know, world design, I don't know why that's a door.
Yeah, just, you know, break the glass, reach on through, something like that. I noticed something while you were walking through that bathroom that I'll mention on the way out. Yeah, we have to go fucking back that way, because this door is just non-existent, I guess. You're not allowed, Mia. It is a purely, like, she was a passenger on the ship. She didn't work here. You know, she didn't have a key card.
I can't believe you
privilege.
suggest vandalism. Oh.
Anyway, here's the cable, and as soon as you start interacting with it, a fat mold is right over there.
I think this guy might cause a bit more of a mess than Mia ever could, to be honest.
I think you're right.
Man, it takes like 2 or 3 to tango. Oh, but I
Yeah,
love the way the fat guys get back to their feet when you knock them over.
Yeah. It is 3 remote bombs to take one down for good.
God, and then
I
some.
must have missed one of them, though.
God damn, he just doesn't give up. Their puke is awful close range because it like drips like through the ceiling and it hurts you anyway. Those
It's so gross.
Yeah.
it's gross and unbalanced.
Also, I love that you can just, like, start the animation of unscrewing the cable and back out and you can still watch it go.
Yeah, but I bet they knew you could do that because you have to do it 3 times to get the cable out. So, like, they probably knew, like, some players are gonna mash their way through this. And fuck those guys.
Anyway, yeah, door's right here.
And it just doesn't work.
For no apparent reason. Like, this is how they force you to fight that fat molded.
Well, if you when you're during the VHS tape earlier, you actually can use a lockpick on that door, and then in the present, there's an antique coin behind it.
Son of a bitch, really?
No,
Oh, wait.
if only.
Okay, so we got that cable set up. How much more setup work do we have to do to play Four Swords Adventures?
God, and she's gonna have like for her live streaming setup too. She's gonna need so many more HDMI cables. I don't think she's gonna find them. She's gonna have to stop at Best Buy and buy one for like $20 fucking.
Ugh.
Mia, just go a little further. Find an Amazon store.
No, I have to stop here so that I can turn right on this street. It's more convenient to go home.
All right. Next up, the 1st floor.
You gotta get up to get down. That's what they say. And after this, Mia's gonna pull out some cardboard and start breakdancing. I'm sorry to spoil it. Just enjoying the ambience, I assume.
Yep, just taking a quick breather.
Hey, it's nice to do that before going to the first floor of the boat. Because this part's shitty. It sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
It sucks for poor Mia.
Oh, you locked yourself in.
Oh god,
I was too slow.
It's like when you're in your bathroom and there's a spider when you're on the toilet. What do you do?
Oh no. Bomb.
You
Pro
just
tip, kids. Don't stand on bombs that you're about to detonate.
you put yourself in a vulnerable position like that. You're already sitting on the toilet and you just noticed the spider.
It's true. You gotta look around for spiders beforehand. And you know what? Honestly, that death isn't so bad. Looking at Jack, it's fine. Mia's legs are gonna grow back in half an hour. To what? Half an hour to 5 minutes, depending on how fast, the rest of this goes. I like that Jack's regeneration time isn't. It's not canon. It's dependent on how long it takes the player to go to that bathroom. Screw you, Jack. Take like 6 hours to regenerate. You blew your own head off. It takes a while. Mia's knife, I believe, does do a little bit more damage than the normal one, I think. Just because this section is just so brutal about supplies.
Yeah. Anyway, we could just go back up now and start the elevator again, but I do want to at least look around and grab more supplies.
You can put the general fuse into that box, can't you? Because it's a general purpose fuse.
Well, that's where the fuse came from in the first place.
Aha. I have a
I
question.
don't know if you can put it back, though.
You can. I have a question, though. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
Where did the molded go?
I mean, you heard the beeping. Maybe he actually did hear the beeping. Oh, no, he's just patrolling, like molded do.
He got around the corner real fast.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but that's kind of that enemy type's thing, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Dear Janet, hey, how's it going? Not currently waterlogged, how about you?
We've managed to avoid drowning.
We've managed to avoid drowning. What? That's another one of those lines where, in context, it's fine. But out of context, I manage to avoid drowning every day, actually. I'm actually pretty good at it. I've never understood why you can pick that up.
Me neither.
Look, hey, there's the Amazon store. Something about a river cruise also?
I don't want to have to go sailing to go buy HDMI cables.
Well, that kind of happens if you like. Some people who live in British Columbia have to do that. Vancouver or whatever. So some people live on like little inlets that they have to travel by ferry to get to the mainland. Maybe me and Ethan lived in one of those in Texas. I like this note because this Giovanni guy says that he screamed like a little girl, but actually in this scenario, the little girl is braver than him. The little girl is actually more the cause of this whole thing than anything. What was his plan there?
Don't know.
He was just taunting you. It was animal instinct.
I mean,
And this part really does suck.
Sometimes you just gotta gloat, even if you're not really, Oh.
They got back at you for the previous life. That's what it was. They were just getting back at you.
Wait, handgun ammo. Hold on a second.
Yeah, like you hold up your fingers in the shape and then you go pew pew pew. What is that? Have you never
I
done
didn't
that
know
as a
Mia
kid?
could use. I didn't know Mia could use the guns of the Patriots.
No. So that's the mind-altering psychotics were actually given to her, not the enemies.
Ah. Also, there's a backpack in here.
I had no idea. At some point I must have known, because there's a Chivo for getting them all. But I can't believe that. That would have been so helpful. You pick up just enough shit as Mia that it starts to clutter.
I don't think there is a Chivo for getting all the backpacks, because I think that was the last one.
Really, is there not?
Oh.
Oh yeah, and you've been getting the achievements so far, so I guess there isn't one. That's, you know what, ChaosArgate? That is very completionist of you. To even show what there aren't achievements for.
Yeah, I think that's an achievement in Resident Evil 2 Remake?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so before we head back up to the elevator, there is one more door we have not gone past. And you do probably want to come here? First off, there's a save point here. For some reason.
Would have been handy
And
to
there's
find.
a handgun.
Yeah, speaking of handy.
Finally, a real gun.
It's
It's
about
all-
as good as the Glock from Officer Deputy.
No, it's not. But it's better than the push. It's better than that machine gun you got.
Also, here's the remote bomb.
Yeah, the papush.
What's in that jar?
It looks like a candle to me.
You know what? Maybe it releases a lovely fragrance. It's actually a stink bomb.
Ah, the molded can't handle smells.
Yes, they've got very weak noses. They're like turtles where their nose is just like holes on their face.
Yeah, that's the same knife.
That's impressive that it managed to survive this long. Only the knife managed to survive this long.
Alright, that's about everything we can do here. I suppose you could go back to go downstairs even further if you wanted to from here.
I don't think you can.
don't-
I think that door has some pipes in the way or something now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think you can go all the way back outside. I think that the staircase down into that first floor level is as far as you can go. If I'm wrong, it wouldn't be the first time in this LP, but it also wouldn't be the first time I was right.
Yeah, I've never actually tried because there's no real reason to go there.
No, there's not.
He's waiting.
See, it doesn't get any better. That's what sucks, is it's just back and forth slowly at the Trundling speed.
Yep. Be careful though, because there are some molded in some creative places, like up here.
Yeah, you don't
Any
wanna
second now.
trundle too fast. You wanna trundle it at normal trundling pace. Like a gimped snail instead of a completely crippled snail. Oh,
I saw it.
I saw him,
Yeah,
he's coming.
Yeah, you're gonna want to trigger him and then double back to go deal with him before moving on.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's the bathtub room all over again.
you ain't got no
I
legs,
will-
Lieutenant Disease.
I will say he's got some mad ups for a guy with no legs.
Yeah, they really do spring off those arms. They can survive so much. It's sad almost that the head is the best weak point to shoot them, because they got so many goofy attacks and animations for shooting off their other limbs. Like, they can hobble around on one leg. If you cut off both their arms, there was that guy earlier. You can cut off every limb except the head, and they're just barely still alive. And they just wiggle and try to bite you.
Capcom at least got a little better about incentivizing shooting other extremities with the other RE Engine games.
You gotta cut off their limbs. Hey, how about that game? How about that game that doesn't need a remake, huh? Oh, speaking of remakes, you know what game doesn't need to be remade? Dead Space. I'm saying that for posterity's sake on your video, not mine, such that it's super set in stone that I said that. So that if the Dead Space remake turns out to be good, I'll be a huge hypocrite. Because if it turns out to be good, I'll enjoy it.
We probably talked about how it's probably not worth it to shoot the liquor molded with like the shotgun because they're so fast it's hard to properly aim at them. And the same is pretty much true with the machine gun too.
Just blow them up.
So,
they come to you.
yeah.
Let it take care of them for you.
Yeah, remote bombs are your friend here.
That's something
against
I
them.
learned from playing so goddamn much of the Souls games, I guess, is the enemy has no purpose in life but to beat the shit out of you. So it's gonna walk up to you. You may as well just stand there and let it do it. You don't need to walk up to it and intercept it in the middle, or even walk backwards. Just kind of let the enemy walk up and then punish it for thinking that it can do so and live. See?
Just like that.
Impressive.
They're called molded, not Mensa members.
They got those moldy brains.
Oh, that guy's got a moldy gut.
I don't know how he didn't puke on me.
Nope, I mean, it's your skill at video games. I think it's actually because you were on the stairs. You puked over your head. Although Mia is a bit of a shorty. That hurts you, by the way. That explosion that they do can kill you if you're low on health, which is garbage.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Again, there's a save point now that the VHS is over, but if you do happen to die near the end of this section that has very few healing items, well, guess what, buddy? Back to floor 1 you go! Why didn't they put death checkpoints? I don't get it.
I don't either.
Hey, not to make Argate backtrack or anything, but did we ever get that Mr. Everywhere on that staircase?
He did. He got, thankfully the
Okay.
game forced, hey, but it was because the game forced us to go back there. So, you know.
I don't think the game actually forced you to get it. It was just fresh on my mind after I got the machine gun.
Oh, you were just playing optimally, I see. Routing, that's actually a big part of this game. That's part of why I like Resident Evil 2 Remake, and to a slightly lesser extent 3 Remake, is they really emphasize that routing where you learn the game route, and then you execute it on your next playthrough and kick the game's ass.
I need you to do something.
Ethan.